你好, welcome to So Easy Chinese. So today we are going to talk about top 15 most popular noodles in China. 中国15种最受欢迎的面条. So in this video, you are going to see a detailed Chinese noodles guide and everything you need to know about the most popular noodles in China. Alright, talk no more, let's get started.So here are the top 15 most popular noodles in China. 兰州牛肉面，北京炸酱面，武汉热干面，四川担担面，重庆小面，山西刀削面，西安biáng面，陕西臊子面，河南羊肉烩面，新疆拉条子，东北冷面，河北手擀面，上海阳春面，广东云吞面，杭州片儿川面。Okay, so the goal for this lesson is to help you know different types of popular noodles in China. Know their names and what do they look like, their taste and their unique ingredients. Last but not least, have your own preference and then try your favorite noodles. First one, 兰州牛肉面, Lanzhou beef noodle. Lanzhou is a city's name in Gansu province. 兰州牛肉面. Lanzhou is also famous for their hand-pulled noodle, so we call them 兰州拉面. So the taste, Lanzhou beef noodles are known for their rich and savory flavors. The broth is typically robust and aromatic, with a combination of beef, spice, and herbs. The noodles are chewy and served with tender slices of beef. The broth is often described as flavorful. Wow, look at this. With a hint of spiciness and a satisfying umami taste. So, Lanzhou ramen, what are some ingredients? Beef. The beef is their star ingredient in this dish. It is usually very tender and cooked in the broth for a long time. The noodles are made from wheat flour that are typically hand-pulled to achieve their unique texture. So the noodles are typically long, thin, and has a slightly chewy consistency. Besides that, they also have very tasty broth and topping. The broth is made by simmering beef bone, meat, and various aromatic spices and herbs. It's typically cooked very slowly and for more than 8 to 10 hours to extract the flavors and create a rich and flavorful base for the noodle. The toppings you can see some green onions, some white radish, bean sprouts, and you can also find cilantros, sliced garlic. Next one is 北京炸酱面, Beijing fried sauce noodles. Beijing is Beijing, China's capital city. Okay, 北京炸酱面. So, 北京炸酱面 has a savory and slightly sweet flavor profile. The sauce, wow, look at that, is very rich and thick and deeply flavorful, providing a robust taste. Imagine this tasty sauce with all those fresh, crunchy greens. What a good combination. Ingredients, the noodles. The noodles are typically wheat-based, thin, slightly chewy in texture. The fried sauce is the key component of the dish. It's typically made from ground pork or soybean paste. Look at this, how thick it is. Cooked with combination of seasonings such as soy sauce, hoisin sauce, garlic, and ginger. The sauce is fried until fragrant and then thickened, imparting a rich umami flavor to the dish. The toppings, you can find shredded carrots, cucumber, bean sprouts, cabbage. You can also add additional condiments like chili oil, vinegar, sesame oil, and Chinese black vinegar to enhance the flavor and add a touch of spiciness and then tanginess to the dish. Next one, 武汉热干面. Wuhan is a city's name. Wuhan location. 热 hot, 干 dry, 面 noodles. 热干面, so they're dry noodle. With sesame paste, typically the dish is known for its balance of savory, nutty, and slightly spicy flavors. The noodles are chewy and coated with aromatic sesame sauce, creating a satisfying and comforting taste. Let's look at their ingredients. Noodles, wheat noodles, cooked until al dente, so it's kind of chewy. The sesame paste sauce is the star of this dish. It is typically made from toasted sesame seeds, ground into smooth paste. The sauce is mixed with other seasonings such as soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, chili oil, and sometimes peanut butter, creating a rich and flavorful base for the noodles. Wow, 很好吃。热干面 Some typical toppings: cilantro, chopped green onions, pickled vegetable like beans, peanuts. You can also add braised pork, minced pork, sesame seeds for additional flavors. 武汉热干面。四川担担面，四川担担 noodles, 担担面。Alright, from the picture you can see the noodles are known for their bold and spicy flavors, which are the characteristic of Sichuan cuisine. The dish has numbing and a tingling sensation from the use of Sichuan peppercorn, and a savory umami taste from the combination of the ingredients. It offers a perfect balance of spiciness, saltiness, and slightly sweetness. Let's look at the ingredients. Noodles, fresh or dried wheat noodles. The minced pork is the soul of this dish. The pork is cooked with aromatic spices and seasonings. It adds richness and meatiness to the dish. Also, the sauce is the highlight of this dish. The sauce typically includes sesame paste, soy sauce, vinegar, chili oil, Sichuan peppercorn oil, and sometimes fermented soybean paste, 豆瓣酱. This sauce is responsible for the distinct flavor of the dish. So some typical toppings and vegetables you can see: bok choy, crunchy peanuts, garlic, chili, and so on. 担担面。重庆小面. The dish is characterized by its spiciness, numbing sensation from Sichuan peppercorn, and a rich umami taste. Let's look at ingredients. Wheat noodles, cooked until al dente. It is made by simmering beef or pork bones with various spices, including Sichuan peppercorns, dried chili peppers, garlic, ginger, and sometimes 豆瓣酱, fermented soybean paste. You can put some leafy greens, green onions, cilantro, minced pork, sliced pork on top for garnish. 重庆小面. Besides that, the chili oil and then the Sichuan peppercorn are the soul for 重庆小面, for this dish. It is made by infusing vegetable oil with dried chili and other aromatic spices. The Sichuan peppercorn provide a numbing and tingling sensation, which is a very unique dining experience. You have to try 重庆小面. Next, 山西刀削面. 山西, a province's name. 刀削面. 刀 knife, 削 sliced, 面 noodles. 刀削面 have a mild and a comforting flavor profile. The dish emphasizes simplicity and then the natural flavors of the ingredients. The taste is often described as hearty, wholesome, and satisfying. Their noodles are their key ingredients. Their noodles are handmade, hand sliced with a knife into wide, thick, and flat shape. The texture of the noodle is thick, chewy, and substantial. The broth is typically made from chicken or pork, or a combination of both. Toppings, you can add sliced or shredded pork or beef on top with vegetables like bok choy, spinach. Next, we are looking at 西安 biáng面 biáng noodles. Biáng, this is the character. Do you know? Biáng is the most complicated Chinese character. Wow, look at this. Biáng noodles have a robust and a flavorful taste. It offers a combination of savory, spicy, and slightly sour flavors. It is known for its satisfying chewiness and hearty qualities. The taste is often described as bold, aromatic, and deeply satisfying. So let's look at the ingredients. Noodles. Biáng noodles, as you can see from the picture, you can tell the noodles are very wide, flat, and very thick in shape. So what are the sauce? Look at right here. The sauce is a mixture of soy sauce, vinegar, chili oil, garlic, and other seasonings. Toppings. You can add some sliced or shredded meat, such as beef or pork, vegetable, chopped green onions for extra texture and freshness. Seasonings. You can use Sichuan peppercorns, chili flakes, black vinegars, sesame oil, and then toasted sesame seeds. Alright, next one is 陕西臊子面. 臊子 is a type of noodle. 臊子 is also called minced pork, so it's minced pork. With that being said, 臊子面 have a rich and savory flavor profile. The dish is known for its robust and well-seasoned taste, with a combination of savory, slightly spicy, and aromatic flavors. It offers a hearty and satisfying culinary experience. 臊子面 is made from wheat-based flours. Minced pork is the main ingredient in 臊子 noodles. It is seasoned with a variety of spices and seasonings, such as soy sauce, ginger, garlic, and sometimes fermented soybean paste. We also call them 豆瓣酱. The broth typically are made from a combination of a chicken or pork bone with various aromatic ingredients like ginger, scallions, and spices. Toppings, as you can see, you can put some cilantro, chopped greens. You can also put some chili oil, Sichuan peppercorns for extra flavor according to your personal preference. 臊子面. Next, 河南羊肉烩面. Look at this picture. This noodle looks very different, right? 河南 is a province. 羊肉, mutton or lamb, stewed noodles. 河南羊肉烩面 have a very rich and hearty flavor profile. The dish is known for its savory, meaty, and aromatic taste. The slow-cooked mutton adds depth to the broth, while the noodles absorb all the flavors, creating a satisfying and comforting dining experience. The noodles are typically like a wheat-based noodles. The soul of this dish are mutton and broth. Mutton, specifically lamb, is a key ingredient in this dish. It's typically stewed or braised with various seasonings and spices. Broth are typically made by simmering mutton bones, meat, and various aromatic ingredients. The broth is cooked slowly for definitely more than 8 to 10 hours to extract the flavors and create a rich and umami base for the noodles. Toppings. Toppings, you can put some veggies like bok choy, spinach, sliced green onions, cilantros, whatever for your personal preference. Seasonings, they typically use some soy sauce, ginger, garlic, star anise, and other spices to enhance the flavor. 新疆拉条子，拉条子 is also a type of noodle. Okay, Xinjiang is a province. Xinjiang province. So this type of noodle, they have a hearty and robust flavor. The dish is known for its bold and spicy taste, often combining savory, aromatic, and slightly tangy flavors. It offers a satisfying combination of chewy noodles and a flavorful sauce. 新疆拉条子. The noodles are the key of this dish. The noodles are typically made from wheat flour dough that is stretched, folded, and pulled by hand to create a long, thick, and irregularly shaped noodles. Then the meat typically can be beef, lamb, or chicken, can be stir-fried or sliced. Their vegetables are a little bit different. They use bell peppers, onions, and tomatoes. Typically, the noodles are served with spicy and savory sauce from a combination of chili oil, soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, ginger, cumin. Cumin is quite a common spice for Xinjiang province. They love cumin. Toppings, you can put some cilantros, green onions for extra freshness. Next one, 东北冷面, cold noodles, or we also call them chilled noodles. This type of noodle have a refreshing and tangy flavors with a hint of spiciness. It's also called chilled noodles. It offers a smooth and a cooling sensation, making it a perfect choice for a summer. They use long, thin, springy noodles. The sauce typically consists of vinegar, soy sauce, chili oil, Sichuan peppercorn, and minced garlic. As you can see, for the vegetables garnish, you can see some stripped cucumber, some cilantros, green onions, hot chili, oil, eggs, tomatoes. Sometimes you can also add roasted peanuts for extra texture and flavor. 东北冷面. Next noodle is 河北手擀面. 河北 is a province's name. 手擀面 literally means handmade noodles. They have a hearty and satisfying flavor profile. The taste is often described as savory, rich, and comforting. Noodles are the highlight of this dish. The noodles are made by hand pulling and hand rolling wheat flour dough, typically a thick, long, and have a chewy texture. They will be cooked until al dente. Then the broth, typically they use light and clear broth like chicken and pork broth or a combination of both. Toppings, from the picture you see this dish can have all different kind of toppings. Can be stir-fried vegetables like bok choy, mushrooms, bean sprouts. You can also see some cucumbers, shredded carrots, minced meat, fried meat, whatever. You can also add, so what are the sauce? You can do soy sauce, vinegar, sesame oil, sometimes a sprinkle of white pepper for this unique flavor of the noodle. 上海阳春面. Shanghai is a city, Shanghai. 阳春 noodles. You see, this noodle is extremely simple, okay? So it has a light and a delicate flavor profile. The dish is known for its simplicity and the emphasis on the natural flavors of other ingredients. The taste is often described as mild, refreshing, and savory. The noodles are definitely very important. They use thin, wheat-based noodles that are typically long and springy. The sauce is usually light and soy-based, allowing the flavors of the toppings and noodles to shine. It is typically made with soy sauce, a touch of vinegar, sesame oil, and sometimes a hint of sugar. You see all those shining parts? Those are actually from the lard. Toppings, they actually can be as simple as the picture with just green onions. If you want to be a little bit more fancy, you can add some sauteed vegetable like a bok choy, mushroom, bean sprouts. Some people also add like tofu, shrimp, and chicken, all sorts. So very simple but delicate, flavorful dish as well. 广东云吞面，广东 is a province. 云吞 wonton noodles 面。广东云吞面 have a balanced and savory profile. The dish combines the umami flavors of the broth and the delicate taste of the noodles and the rich flavors of the wontons. The taste is often described as comforting, mild, and satisfying. 云吞面 Yun Tun or the dumplings are definitely the highlight of the dish. They're typically made with a mixture of ground meat like pork or shrimp. They use a very thin skin or wrapper to wrap them. The noodle is actually egg noodle. Broth typically are very clear and savory. It's a combination of chicken or pork bones along with other aromatics like ginger, garlic, and dried seafood for umami taste. Toppings, you can put some leafy greens. What's in the sauce? The sauce are very light, as you can see. You can put some soy sauce, sesame oil, and a sprinkle of white pepper. 云吞面. Last noodle is 杭州片儿川面. 片儿川面. 片儿川面 has a light and delicate flavor. The dish is known for its fresh and slightly sweet and sour taste. It offers a refreshing and balanced combination flavors. As you can see, the noodles are made from wheat flour dough. The noodles have a smooth and silky texture. The broth, they typically use clear and light broth made from chicken or pork bones, along with various vegetables and seasonings. Toppings are the highlight of this dish. You can see some bamboo shoots, bok choy, mushrooms, all sorts. What are the seasonings in these noodles? Can be soy sauce, vinegar, sesame oil, and a touch of sugar. Here are all the 15 noodles in China that are most popular. 兰州牛肉面，北京炸酱面，武汉热干面，四川担担面，重庆小面。As I read, can the pictures of the noodles come to your mind when you hear the names of the noodles? 山西刀削面，西安 biáng 面，陕西臊子面，河南羊肉烩面，新疆拉条子，东北冷面，河北手擀面，上海阳春面，广东云吞面，最后杭州片儿川面。All right. Do you remember our goal for this lesson? Do you think you reached our goal? If not, feel free to watch the video one more time. As you look at all the 15 noodles right here, you know all the names have two parts. Part 1 is the location's name, where this dish is most popular, famous origin from. 兰州、北京、武汉、四川、重庆、新疆、河南、陕西。Those are the names of provinces or cities in China. If you don't recognize them, please feel free to watch my video Okay, so what are some of your favorite noodles? What are some noodles you tried? What noodles that you have not tried but you can't wait to try? Please let me know in the comments. If you like my video, feel free to subscribe. I would love to see you come back. Thank you so much. 谢谢你，再见。